From Strike Zone at Sunset Station here for the title match of the 2025 JBT Touring Players Championship, our most prestigious event. And 4 great bowlers still alive trying to claim that $2,900 first place title. Handicap title match. 2 non-winners, 2 California kids, 2 14-year-olds. Charlie Katz playing Max Torres. Charlie is getting pins of this match. 10 of them. Max has to win by 10 to tie, 11 to win. Over on the scratch side is pretty much a dream matchup. The last 2 TPC champs are playing each other for this year's title. Kaven Massey won it all last year. Elias won it all 2 years ago. We'll see who can grab their second TPC here. Elias really close to almost winning 3-0. He lost the title match 3 years ago to Michael Marmaleo. And they are ahead of the handicap. So there's your scoreboard there. That's a 3-bagger for Massey. Strikes fair 3-bagger in his half. Elias trying to match that in his 5th frame right here. We use a 4-to-1 pattern for pattern 4. We've already had 6 match play games on it. And obviously the 3rd game of the step ladder. 4-to-1 is no joke, a tricky pattern. It would drive league bowlers insane. And these guys have put on an absolute clinic with big numbers for most, but not all of these matches, and little transitions they got to keep up with, and not unlimited margin for error, as you saw right there. Holland really the first big error of this title match, leaving the awkward 5 count. Torres spared in his first frame, and we'll have a triple count there. That's Do-Hoon Kwon going left to camera. What's he doing? They're bowling the semifinal match of the U17 step ladder. It's scratch and handicap in the main divisions. There's a girls scratching in 17 subdivisions. And is playing now because Gage Baker was in the main step ladder finals. He just lost a thriller to Kaven Massey, 269 to 258. That's why he's trying to regain his competitive fire, which he has done, by the way. The winner of the Do-Hoon Gage match will play Brandon Rother. U17 side girls already won by Lindsey Grimes. Charlie struck in her first frame. She's won 2 matches to get to this title game. Oh! Look out! Bushwhacks that 4-pin down for an opening double. She beat Washington's Malachi Backlor in game 1. She got by Vegas's Jaden Dang in game 2, looking to climb the ladder for title number 1. Not bad. Massey's ball carries so well. She's got such a curl on that back end, that last 10 or so feet. He had to come back to beat Gage 2. He opened in the first and went back 9. Big at all. Dad, I know how to hit reset, no, Dad. Hold the stupid foot. Is what Charlie said. See our awesome TPC banners back there. Don't they look sharp? So does this whole bowling center, Sunset Station. Jerry and his team just make it look fantastic. We'll just roll out the proverbial red carpet for us. Started with sweepers at noon on Thursday, and it's been non-stop. 72 lanes of fun since. Down to 4 bowlers. Oh! As soon as I compliment his carry, it rings a 10-pin. I was busy getting the other matches started. I don't know when he left in the 2nd frame, the 9 count. That's the first shot I've personally seen him miss since frame 3 of the previous game. Goodness. I've also been talking for 5 days, so feeling good though. Now that top 16 that scratched 16 bowlers made that semifinal cut to bowl 6 additional games. That top 16 is stacked with talent. All over the West. Amarillo, Texas, as John Green finished in 4th, losing to Baker in the first round. So from Texas to Washington and everywhere in between. And 4 California, so the ones that remain standing. Northwest has had a history of doing great here. This time California has taken over. Max from Ontario. Charlie from a little more closer to the water. Mission Viejo. Elias, a San Diego kid his whole life. Oh, sorry, Charlie's from Huntington Beach, on the water. It's Kaven is from Mission Viejo. Our career active leader in titles would dearly love to take back the TPC crown. That's 3 in a row recovering from that open, and that gets him a 2-pin. 18 pins. But he's starting to run out of frames. Kaven still has a chance to shut him out. Spare working for Massey. 8th frame. Get out of there. Nice try, other Torres. Kaven with that really exciting win last year. They were extremely demanding last year. He was around 5th, 6th there. And put on a clinic to win that title. Pretty ball there. Max has been much closer to JBT victory than Charlie. A couple second place finishes back before he started growing out the flow. Max has the Fabio hair that I've pointed out for years. He's got company with Charlie's brother Frankie, getting the full-on 80s mullet. Have fun with your hair while you have it, people. Pro tip. 259 max for Massey. Elias can only get to 241. Oh, and he shreds the rack. Messengers everything over in that 10 pins. That gets him into the 30s. That pretty much forces O'Halloran in the sheath here. Or else Kaven will pull off a very rare defense of the TPC title. Oh, Messengers answered with Messengers. All that power. Elias kind of dejected though. He knows he's up against it here. He must get the next 2. If he does get the next 2, he still forces Kaven to strike on his first ball. Career active leader with 23 titles. He's got a main event title. He has been the SoCal Scratch Bowler of the Year 4 of the last 5 seasons. The only reason he didn't 5-beat is because he's also an excellent baseball player. Didn't really completely zone in on the bowling until later and has that ball pure in the 10th. This is our most prestigious tournament. $3,000 on the line. And it just looks like these guys are playing off in, one of John's Tuesday night sweepers. Kaven had to beg for a weekend off from our friend John at Forest to be here and making it well worth it. And O'Halloran put the squeeze on Kaven with this ball. You bet he can. Wow, what a recovery from that 5-count open in the 5th. He has gone next 6. And will essentially take this to a one-shot tournament. The count's pretty irrelevant here. And Elias is going to think about it for a second. Or he just wants 15 more seconds of counter time. Open for Torres in the 5th. That's his second open in 5 games. That's what Charlie has as well, though. She had that early double. We'll focus on them in a second. Right now, the 8 count's as good as anything there in that spot as he finishes. Oh, the 8 count was just enough to finish up at 239. There's your scoreboard. Nice fair strike is 238. To defend a TPC crown against 150 of the best 21 and under bowlers in the West. Kaven Massey needs a strike. Wow, and he's gonna balk. No, when you don't have a thumb in the ball, all of a sudden all you have is a sweaty palm and a slick-looking bowling ball. And sometimes you gotta rebalance everything. It's the first indication to me at all of feeling any pressure. It's also a pro move. Just back off and throw your Sunday punch right here. No! He stepped up out of that ball. He'll see it on the replay. It creeps up high, and Elias O'Halloran has done it. Wow. Rare mistake from a guy who is cool as you can possibly be under pressure. He stepped up out of that shot on the foul line, especially when you're in a two-hander, one-hander, doesn't matter. That almost always means the ball's going to check up a little bit earlier than you wanted. It's exactly what happened. The spare is irrelevance. It's going to be 239 to 230 something. Oh my goodness. A battle thoroughly befitting of the two most recent TPC champs. They put on a show to be here. They put on a show for the title, and I know that's nothing but disappointment. But hold your head high, young man. That is a heck of a title defense. The two guys who also know each other really, really well. Obviously good sports. They're going to be chatting about this for a while. They'll probably be chatting about this at next Tuesday's sweeper at Forest. Beer's going to be on somebody, or root beer's going to be on one. And Dieso's going to get at least 20% of that for giving Kaven the day off. Although I hear he's in Vegas too right now for a league sweeper, so yeah. Great stuff all the way around right there, for sure. Another SoCal bowler, Rother will be in that U17 title match, comes over to talk about it as well. Good stuff after all this stress and pressure and exhaustion there, just hanging out, chatting about the last game. So now we can focus in over on the handicap and who is going to finally win a initial career title and their $2,900 top prize. Beautiful shot for Torres. He's happy we went back and focused on them. He's got, get up on their scoreboard there. He'll have to do some zoom up with this one anyway. 90 through 6. So Charlie leads by 13 on the scoreboard, and she's getting an additional 10 pins a handicap beyond that. So Fabio's got some work to do if he wants to swipe this title back. Track here will go long, we're making it happen. Big shot for Max. 8th frame. Well, the old bad news, good news there. It didn't strike, but he broke up a gnarly looking split to make it into a much more makeable 4-7. I already talked about brothers. Look at that. Joe Elliott. Yes. Good spare from Torres. Yeah, but Max and I tell you what. If I don't get some sponsor money when that happens, I have not done my job. No question about it. All right, Charlie's just bowling great this whole step ladder. She's got a strike working in the 8th. And we'll have the challenge of the baby split in the 9th. If she misses, if she gets one here, it's 131. Which would leave her with a 1-pin advantage on the scoreboard, giving back 10 and getting 10 more pins a handicap. Max can't even watch. But instead she nails it. Wow. What an excellent split conversion under a pretty decent pressure there to maintain the 23-pin advantage as a result. And I hate 3-10s. Make it an open play. That make it in the 8th frame of the TPC final. Goodness. Prepped up high. Could have been anything, including a strike. All those pins were kind of tumbling in an unusual way around the 4-7 zone. Left the 7. Make your makeables. Even TPC, we start off with make your spares. No better time to adhere to that than right now. It's going to get there. crowd somewhere back there, but it got there. Staying calm, cool, and collected. Max has got to do some damage here in the 9th and 10th. Part 1 of doing damage. Perfect strike there in the 9th frame. 70. I don't think there's a way for him to win if he doesn't strike at least on this first ball. 170 spare strike. Charlie with 9 out for the same 170, but getting those 10 pins. So this is just the key shot the entire week for Max Torres. Thanks for the Brooklyn, and whoa! Not only did it not carry in the Brooklyn, where did the ball go to leave a Brooklyn 5-7? What is that? Up quickly, it's probably over, but make it just in case. Wow, disappointing 10th frame for sure for what had been a spectacular weekend. Uh-oh. Cancel the prom date there. That she did not see his hand. But for Team Katz, it is a victory lap. 9 is more than enough. 0 is more than enough in that particular case. She can relax and smile. She's a TPC champion. She is smiling. Climbs the ladder. And I think good place to miss it there on making her spares. She needed a big game just to get into the step ladder. So really that's a 4-match win. Brand new major champion, Charlie Katz. Yes.
You suck, bro.
She collects her accolades, we'll collect ourselves, and we'll have a U17 title match after all this. Still, stick around for that. Just for the record here, Gage finished up at 172, so it'll be Quan versus Broom for the U17 final. We'll put that on a separate video, but check that out too. These U17 talents are ridiculous. If you're watching this video, you may well know Dohoon already. The Broom is always a fun watch, so we'll see what happens then.